Alrighty, we're gonna hop into this. Already see 128 people in here, which is tremendous. I appreciate everybody stopping by. It's my first time hosting this show, so a little anxious but very excited. I'm excited to be handing out these awards today. Chat very active, a little bit of back and forth, a little bit of trash talking going on from these guys, which is something I always like to see. We're gonna start over on the Xbox side with awards. Just 1 second here. Swinging over to Xbox. You saw great play all around. A lot of up-and-coming teams on this Xbox side. The MVP is going to be Height Don't Lose from Apply Pressure. 32 games, just over 20 points a game on 63% field goal percentage, almost 64. Tremendous play there, very efficient scoring. 59% from 3 and almost 10 assists to go with it, so just about 20 and 10 on very efficient scoring. Tremendous play there from Height and good play from Apply Pressure. Our defensive player of the year is going to be Gotti, a player who surprised some people on a team that surprised some people. Got some wins, a very gritty team, and great play from him this year. He was both the steals and blocks leader, averaging 4 steals per game and 1.5 blocks per game to go along with 7.9 rebounds. He was a center for that all-in team, kind of anchored that pick-and-roll defense, did a good job of both staying in lanes, knowing when to blitz and get back, and protecting that rim. And, you know, being a steals leader and a blocks leader is something that's not very easy to do, but Gotti got it done this season, and that's why he's going to be the defensive player of the year on the Xbox side. For the Rising Star, we have YBG Peso for Beyond Basketball. He played 32 games and had 20 points per game on almost 64% field goal percentage and 60% from 3, so tremendous shooting there. Very efficient to go along with 9.9 assists, 1.7 steals, and a 24.2 PER metric there. Great play from Peso. He's going to be the WR Rising Star, the PG for Beyond Basketball. The team of the year is going to be Apply Pressure, which is led by the MVP, Height Don't Lose. They reached an incredible 30-3 record. Number 1 in win percentage and number 1 in the WRPI, which is their strength of schedule metric that they use. Great play from Apply Pressure, and when you have the MVP on your team leading you with about 20 points, 10 assists, and almost 2 steals, you're always going to have some success. Good work from Apply Pressure and good work from Height leading that team. The scoring champion for back-to-back seasons on Xbox is going to be Badge 2 Heavy. We saw him get that award last year, and we're going to see him get this, or last season, sorry, in Season 7. We're going to see him get it again in Season 8. Had 20 games, 556 points per game, and 556 points total, 27.8 points per game. Great play there by Badge, and he's going to be the back-to-back scoring champ on the Xbox side. Congratulations to all of these people for Xbox. I'm very excited to see where this goes in playoffs, as we will go to the brackets just after the PS4 awards. On the PS4 side, we're going to see Bot for the MVP. Great play by him this year. He was the Rising Star and scoring champ last season. He's the point guard for Unknown 2K with 30.6 points per game. And, you know, I mean, 72% field goal percentage and 72% three-point. That's incredible shooting, even a little better than we saw from Height, who I said had a tremendous play. This is even above that. Above 70% from the field and three-point is near unstoppable. To go along with that, he had a 33.5 PER. And as mentioned there, he's the Rising Star winner from Season 16 on the PS4 side. So being the Rising Star winner and scoring champ, that's very good. He moved up to MVP this year, so I mean, we saw the up and coming, and you know, then this season we get him to that MVP. That's very good. For Depoy, it's going to be Bumpy Don on the PS4 side. He's the small forward for Loaded Clips, averaging 3 steals per game on 53 games played. Great work there for him. The Rising Star for PS4 is going to be Greenlight, also from Loaded Clips. So we see, you know, a little bit of a duo there. He's the point guard there, and Bumpy Don having him as his lockdown. You know, I'm sure that's a great duo. That's a great team to watch out for. Greenlight, the rising star, with 19.9 points, 10.9 assists, so just about 20 and 11 on 62% field goal and 59% from three-point. Great play from him, and they were also the MSI runner-up. So that's a team to be on the lookout for. The team of the year was Lights Out Esports, finishing with a 27-8 record. Good job by them. They were the MSI winner, and they finished number 2 in the WRPI, which is the WR Strength of Schedule metric that I mentioned earlier. Great job by them. Winning that MSI always helps you in that Team of the Year category. The scoring champion, as I mentioned before, is going to be bought again for back-to-back seasons. He's a point guard for Unknown 2K. In 20 games played, he got 556 points and 27.8 points per game. Great work by Bot, being the back-to-back scoring champ and moving from rising star to MVP this year. Tremendous play by him, and I'm excited to see what they can do. Let's move on to the brackets. We're going to go to PS4 first here. Just 1 second. Alright, sorry about that, guys. Just had a little technical difficulty. On this PS4 side, you know, as mentioned earlier, we have some of these very good teams, you know, moving up, doing good things. Bot Stussy, I said, is from Unknown 2K, and he's going to be the guy that has the back-to-back scoring champ. Just 1 second, let me get the bracket up on this side. Alright, sorry about that, guys. Took a second to load. Had some internet issues, but we're good now. In the number 1 side, we're going to have Supreme versus Win or Die. So that should be a great matchup, and whoever takes on that is going to take on Dire Wolves, who has a first-round bye. See some great teams with first-round byes. Mind Control, What Is Comp, Lights Out, which is a team we've talked about before. Farewell, Tunnel Vision. Just phenomenal teams here, all with byes in this first round. And, I mean, it's something where even if you get past this tough matchup, if you're a lower seed, you get past your tough first-round matchup, you're going to have an even tougher opponent waiting for you in that second round. So it's something you got to be ready for and you got to be on the lookout for. We'll see just how these teams play out. On the Xbox side, we're going to switch it over. Some more great play from the Xbox side. 1 second. They're going to have Apply Pressure, led by Heights, and they're going to be facing off against Ships and Salsa. That should be a tremendous series. See, Apply Pressure was the team of the year and as the MVP point guard. So that's something, you know, when you have the MVP point guard on your team, you have a big target on your back. These teams are going to be looking for you. They're going to be, you know, ready to take you on. And you know, the MVP point guard being Heights, the team of the year being Apply Pressure, everybody's going to be looking down to take that top dog. So if you're playing any of these teams, you're going to want to make sure you're streaming. You want to make sure that that you put that out there, because it's something that you can grow from, that teams will be on the lookout for, maybe league people will even be on the lookout for. And you know, taking down the top teams, taking down the MVP, these are things that can get your name out there, can get you a little bit of clout, which is what everybody in this 2K Twitter community is often looking for. Right below them, though, it's Everything Heavy versus Bump Gods, and that's another matchup that should be very good. As I said, you had Badge 2 Heavy being the back-to-back scoring champ on Xbox, and he's leading that team. He has a 99 again this year, and he is somebody that can create space for himself and find the open man while, you know, getting inside, scoring, doing his thing, as I said, being the scoring champ. Just very impressive play by him and that Everything Heavy team. So we'll see what they can do in the playoffs. Some other teams to look out for are Time to Slide versus No Look in the first round. Time to Slide being led by Rabtiller. That should be an exciting matchup. You have GNA, who's had a lot of success post-draft and has kind of built a dynasty, been one of those teams to always be on the lookout for. You know, they on both consoles, you see AO Rankum assembling something that really has been similar to a dynasty. It's something that, you know, he pulls in stage players, pulls in guys who may not have, you know, been good situations in other teams, or been in places where they wanted to be, tries to build something. And GNA's been a team that has been very competitive in all leagues and tournaments for the most part. So you want to be on the lookout for that team. Below them, Straight Ice and Fab 5, another good matchup there. And all the way at the bottom, we're going to have All In versus Starstruck. All In being led by the Depoy on Xbox, Gotti. So we'll see what they can do. Having the Depoy on your team, again, puts a target on your back, makes something that you want to look out for. Teams are going to want to beat you, expose that Defensive Player of the Year. Make sure that, they can get their name out there and say, hey, I did this on this guy. He was supposed to be the #1 defender. Like, look at me. So, like I said before, make sure you're streaming these games. Make sure that, these things, that you're on the lookout for these things. And make sure you're tagging WR, tagging, other people in the community, maybe tagging some league people like Famous or Big West or Kurt, some other guys that want to watch these streams. They want to be involved. Those are things that you're going to want to look out for. We're actually going to go just back through and just recap. I realized went through this a little quicker. Sorry guys, my first time doing this, a little bit nervous. We're going to go back through. I flew through these a little too fast, so we'll go back to the Xbox Awards quickly here. And go back through in case anybody came in here late. See 192 people, so thank you guys for stopping by. We're going to go back through really fast, and just in case anybody missed this, break this down one more time. On the Xbox side here for Season 8, Height Don't Lose on Apply Pressure was the MVP with those 32 games and just about 20 and 10 average there on 63% and 60% from the field and 3-point percentage respectively. Great work there by Height and Apply Pressure. Gotti, as I said, was the Depoy on All In, and All In's going to be taking on Starstruck in their first round matchup. He's the steals leader and blocks leader. Tremendous job by him. Really locking down that pick and roll, making opponents, making the other PGs a little bit nervous. You have to watch out if Gotti's lurking in those lanes. Can't be comfortable going to the rim as he's the blocks leader. You got to watch out for your passes as well. He's able to stay in those lanes, grab a lot of passes, and a phrase that's been very coined and said often by the 2K community is he's not open. And that's the case with Gotti. No pass can feel safe. Below him, the rising star was YBG Peso for Beyond Basketball with 32 games played, 20 points per game, and 9.9 assists. So another 20 and 10 average here. Very great play by him. 63% from the field, 59% from 3-point. So good work there for him. 1.7 steals. Nice job by YBG Peso, and he's the rising star there. The team of the year, Apply Pressure, led by Height. Like I said, 30-3 record, finishing with the #1 record on the Xbox side, or #1 win percentage on the Xbox side, and #1 in WRPI. So, great job by that Apply Pressure team, and great job by Height leading them there. The scoring champion, Badge Too Heavy, back-to-back times now, as he was the scoring champ in Season 7 on the Xbox side as well. Season 7, I believe he had about 25 points per game. Here we're going to see 27.8. So just a little bit of a bump up, but very, very impressive play by him. To be the scoring champion in back-to-back seasons is no small feat and should not be overlooked. Great job by Badge Too Heavy and that Everything Heavy team. Let's move to the PS4 awards. The MVP is Bot, and as I said, he was the rising star in Season 16 and the scoring champ, so good job by him. Continuing that great play. Got put on the map last season, this season. Goes to the MVP, takes it to the next level. Nice work there. He gets 30 points per game and 8.3 assists on that 72 and 72 shooting from the field and 3-point. Phenomenal shooting there, extremely efficient. It's hard to stop a guy when he's that good at scoring. And a 33.5 PER. Great job by Bot there. The Depoy on PS4 is Bumpy Don on Loaded Clips. 3 steals per game on 53 games played. Good job there. And his point guard right below him at the Rising Star is Mr. Green Light. Both those guys playing on that same team. Green Light here with 20 points per game just about and 10.9 assists. So great job, a 20 and 11 stat line there. Very consistent play by him, 62% from the field and 59 from 3, and his team, Loaded Clips, was the MSI runner-up. Good job by Loaded Clips, and good job by Bumpy Dawn and Greenlight to be the Depoy and Rising Star, respectively. The team of the year we see here is Lights Out Esports with a 27-8 record. They were the MSI winner on PlayStation, and they were number 2 in WRPI, the ranking system for strength of schedule in WR. Good job by Lights Out, and a great record there. We get to see what they can do in playoffs. And the scoring champion, back-to-back, Bot, like I said, for Unknown 2K. Great job by him. 556 points total on 20 games played, which puts him at 27.8 per game. Nice job by Bot. Nice job continuing the great play from last season and even taking it to the next level. Let's go to the PS4 brackets again. Like I mentioned, that Lights Out team is going to be a team to look out for, as they are the team of the year. And they're going to have a bye. And they will be playing whoever wins between Wet Boys and Frosted. And that Wet Boys team is good. So they're going to have to be on the lookout. Teams are going to be looking to take them down, use them as a stepping stone to get to the next round and to get, their team to the next level, so to speak, in Pro-Am. So that series between Lights Out after the first round should be very interested to see. Some other good matchups here on the PS4 side. You have Dire Wolves getting that bye. They'll be playing between Supreme Styles and Win or Die Trying. That should be a great matchup. As you see X-Man in the chat here from Supreme Styles. Good job there. Other people on PS4, other teams on PS4 are going to be Mind Control. They'll be playing between Shut It Down and Next Threat. That should be a great matchup. Winterfell and Lionsgates, another good matchup there. Just a lot of teams on PS4 that are very deep, and you don't exactly know what they're going to bring out and what you're going to see from them, both offensively and defensively. So it should be a thrill to see exactly who can come out of these tight matchups that we see all the way down. There's a lot of teams here. You can't really say for sure who exactly is going to be able to win this PS4 side, because in any given matchup, in any given series, you don't know who's coming out in most of these. Let's go back to the Xbox side quickly here. Like I said, All In's going to be at the bottom there, led by Gotti, and who is the Depoy, who was the blocks and steals leader. So good job there by Gotti. They will be playing Starstruck in the first round. Some other good teams, like I said, Straight Ice and Fab 5. Good matchup there. GNA, bit of a dynasty on both consoles. They'll be looking to take over, and they might be my pick to win this all if they can continue their great play that we saw last season. Not a bad bet to take them again to win it all. In the rest of the bracket, you have Everything Heavy, who's going to be led by Badge 2 Heavy, who is the scoring champ again for Xbox. A guy who can get to the rim, and then teams are going to have to start collapsing on him, which creates space for the rest of his team, for the rest of his shooters to knock down good looks. So that's something you always got to look out for when you have the scoring champ. When they can get to the rim, when they can do things like that, it's going to create space for the other guys on the floor. Apply Pressure, going to be the number one team at the top there, led by Height, and they are the team of the year. That Chips and Salsa team has no small feat trying to take them down in that first round, and if Apply Pressure gets past and Everything Heavy gets past, we're going to see the scoring champ take on the MVP. So that should be a good point guard battle between Heights and between Badge 2 Heavy. Something very interesting, a very interesting round 2 matchup. That's so early in the bracket. One of those good teams is going to have to be knocked out. Overall, just a very deep bracket on both sides. A lot of very great teams. A lot of teams that kind of came out of nowhere and surprised some people. So something to be on the lookout for as you see these guys like Gotti and like Stussy, who kind of come out of nowhere and they can surprise people and really make a name for themselves, and that's what this is all about. This award show, as I love doing it, I love hosting, I love watching it, but the main thing is this is something that can get you to the next level. When you become MVP, when you are the Team of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year, Rising Star, whatever it may be, you can win these awards, and this is something that can get eyes on you from the 2K League, which is a lot of these guys' goals. If you win these awards, if you work in the regular season, you do your job, and then you come into playoffs and make some noise, that's something that's going to get you attention, that's going to get these upper guys looking at you. Maybe look at your profile, watch out for you in Combine, and that's something that you want to make sure you're doing. So, as I said before, make sure you're tagging people in your streams. Make sure you're streaming games in general. If you're going to be streaming playoffs, you want to make sure that you're tagging people. You're tagging WR Pro-Am and maybe some other people in the league like Kurt or Famous. These are guys who have a lot of pull within the league and are right there drafting teams, looking for the next big talent. So if you're streaming your games, which you should always be doing, just make sure you're tagging people and posting your screenshots, and don't be afraid to have some pride in yourself. If you have a good game, put that up there on Twitter. People are going to be upset a little bit sometimes when you post a win or when you post a flood. That's just how it goes. Be humble, but make sure you're making a name for yourself, and that's the most important thing. So I appreciate everybody coming by here. This was a thrill to do. A little bit quicker than I expected, but I appreciate everybody who came by. Thank you guys so much. Thank you so much to WR. We'll go through the awards just quickly again in case anybody missed or just stopped by. There are the Xbox awards. I'll leave it up for a couple seconds if you need to get a screenshot. If Height's in here or if any of these award winners are in here, leave it up for a few seconds just so you guys can see. They're on the PS4 side. I know a lot of guys like putting these as their banners, like putting up the screenshots, so don't be afraid to flaunt it. You won one of these awards. Be happy, be yourself, and, get ready. Celebrate now, but it's not over. Make sure you do your thing in playoffs. There's the PS4. There's going to be the bracket there for PS4. Let you guys look at that. WR, I'm sure, will also be posting these. And there is the Xbox bracket. So, huge thank you to WR. Huge thank you to everybody who came out here. First time hosting these. Different experience, something that I don't normally do, but yeah, thank you guys, and have a lot of fun in this WR playoffs. I want to see a lot of streams out there, a lot of screenshots, a little bit of trash talk, and that always makes it a little more interesting. So yeah, big thank you. I'll be signing off here, and you guys have a nice rest of your Sunday.